Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Christelle Martinette with a new reading for the month of January 2018, which will be a 5-card spread using a tarot deck called Tarot of the Sacred Feminine, and you'll see that. And as clarifiers with the 5-card spread, I'll use a rather old VERA SIBILLA deck that I use sparingly because it is so old. And to crown that reading, I'll be using a set of runes, one of the first runes that I have ever had, which are emerald runes. This is all because I'm doing this before the holiday season. Now, in terms of the year spread, I'll be using a mini grand tableau, a Lenormand mini grand tableau. For those of you who read with the Lenormand will recognize these particular cards, and they have an explanation in English in the square, and the pictures are characteristic of the cards with the numbers here at the top. And the way I'll do that is I'll have I carve out an inner 4 by 4 rows of a grand tableau, so it will be a mini tableau. I won't go into the technical side and bore those people who don't read these cards, but we'll see. You'll see how it will work for each sign. Now, before I close and get on to the readings, I just wanted to say I know that this holiday season for many is a bit difficult, especially if you are alone or if you feel alone. I will be working during the holidays, unfortunately, sometimes, yeah, I have to. So you may want to consider not simply a reading, but something that will go a little bit more in depth, like past life regression or some form of hypnosis. And consider that. If you're interested, write to me, go to my website. You'll get my contact, or you'll see it in this video clip underneath probably, or somewhere, and we'll see if we can set it up. All right, now I think I have nothing without further ado, as they say. Let's get on to the readings, ladies and gentlemen. Hi Aquarius, it's Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with another reading for you, a new reading for you for the month of January 2018. Let's see what's in store for you, Aquarius, for the month of January 2018. Aquarius 2018. Aquarius 2018. Wow. Okay, I have the 3 of Wands. I've got the 6 of Cups. Beautiful card. The 7 of Cups. There's a progression there. The road is long, says that card. The Ace of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is something new. You know, January the 1st comes in with a bang for you. A bang, a big bang. So much so is that your driving force is going forward to such a degree and at such a pace that there will be people left behind. There will be some elements you are no longer taking with you, and that is a fact. What's interesting for me to see is the beginning here. This 3 of Wands that mirrors with the Ace of Pentacles. You have matured so much in the last month that you're now in a position of saying to yourself, I'm not losing anything. No matter what decision I make, you're telling yourself, it's always going to be to my favor. The experience that I will derive from it, it will only enrich me. This is what you're thinking. I'm going to take 3 cards on that 7 of Cups, which usually talks about indecision. Here, I'm seeing it framed in this context as being, you know, straightforward going. You have a lot of options, but you have taken your road, and there will be people left behind. Okay, I have here the Our Lady Constance, Costanza, jealousy, and ladro, that speaks to change, the thief, that speaks to negative change. Here, okay, the focus was, I'm coming from a situation that has caused me to completely overturn my personality. I have seen myself in 2018, 17, you're thinking to yourself, Aquarius. I've gone from the heights of happiness and joy and ecstasy to the dredges of depression. And now I'm stronger because of it. And I know what I'm capable, what I'm not capable. And I know to which lengths I can go to exceed and succeed. So there was a teaching that, that you have put under your belt, Aquarius, that you take away from the year 2017. And what's interesting is the progression from the 6, all right, let's take a look at that 6, because before I say, usually people say, okay, the 6 of Cups, somebody from your past is coming in. No, I don't buy that here in this spread. Yeah, this is completely new. I'm seeing here the Death card, Morte, Bambino, the child, and Artista, the contemplation, the desire, thoughts. This is a transformation, a new beginning. This is a new beginning. This is someone new that's coming into your life. It is a spiritual gift, that person that you meet, actually. Hooray, hurrah, hurrah. Finally, Aquarius, after all the trials and tribulations that you've gone through for the year 2017, I feel like I'm looking at treasures picking up. Well, I'm going to do it my way. Nameless, faceless rune. My way, the beginning, the spiritual beginning. You are actually taking a leap, hop, and a jump into a new, complete framework of thinking spiritually. You're going to create your own mix of what works for you. I see, you know, the image of the beauty farm, you going through or having gone through, and this is the result of it, and you're coming out with something brand new. Your actions, your ventures, your plans are under a lucky star. You are working without a net, but you will not falter. You're protected. You have been there, done that. You have paid your dues. That song. Paid my dues. Okay, they'll be taking time. There will be. All right. It is not true that we take an eraser and we just cancel out and erase people from our lives. No. Our minds work to remember certain things that we have gone through, what those people have meant to us, and why we have made decisions that we have made. Yera's here to tell you that there's the soul searching is not done. Aquarius, there's more of that in store for you. But the key was precisely that situation that you came out of. And you need to thank the people who have made you suffer in your mind. No one really truly makes you. It's we who decide that we're going to suffer for a certain thing. And Bjork, Berkana, comes right under that new person coming into your life, whether you want them or not. And you're very intuitive about that. You can actually smell it, feel it, and you know that they're coming. You know that there's something coming in your midst. And the communication answers is telling you, talk to those people. Come into contact with those people who are your core family. They could be close friends. They could be siblings, but your close-knit friends that have meant so much to you. Communicate with them, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. Good for you, Aquarius. Now, let's get the show on the road and look at 2018. Move these cards off to the side and make room for the Lenormand cards. The Lenormands are a deck that has 36 cards, so the shuffling is very delicate here because it seems that there's too few to practically shuffle, but they are shuffleable. Let's see what's in store for 2018, what that brings to you, Aquarius. So, okay. Now, the first quarter, January, February, March, sees you being guided. You really are lucky in the first 3 months, January, February, March, and everything, all the elements are here to shine for you in terms of communication. Your communication is your watchword, is your key to success, the way you communicate. Use all forms of communication, preferably the written form of communication that will bring you success, leading in all realms, personal, emotional, work, love, you know. And there is a person, a male, whether you're female or male, there is a male in your life that you can turn to that, well, in your job, on the livelihood, who will be aiding you. And sometimes this will occur, in many of your cases, unbeknownst to you. They will do something in your favor, send a reference letter for you somewhere and speak highly of you, and they will actually help you. Please try not to worry too much about that. There is a hidden element about that in the first 3 quarters, that sometimes they may send out a recommendation for you or talk to somebody for you, but it's a place where you're not really interested in going. And so, you know, it's you know, a dead letter. It doesn't really matter. But there is a person, a male influence, a male in your life, on the workplace, that helps you. If you can guide that, it would be a good thing to talk to them about your desires and wishes, where you want to go. The second quarter, April, May, June. April, May, June, there is another situation linked to a male that will give you a lot of difficulty because you can't trust them. So there's one positive, one negative. There are 2 males around you on the workplace that one can cause you difficulty and another can help you. So please carefully watch your back, okay? Your sense of stability counts on these 2 people. And further on down the line, 2018, come back, listen, and see if you can piece together what I'm saying. The second quarter, April, May, and June, also is there to tell you, look, Aquarius, sometimes there are half-truths or there are full-out blown lies, but that hide very precious information for you. And if you can get to the root of those lies, you will reach the height of information that will serve you to move forward in your endeavors. Could be here too, could be workplace, could be romance. So look out for any dark secrets or lies, half-truths. Try to get to the bottom of that, and it will give you the key to success in any realm. Could play out in any realm. Now, the third quarter, which is July, August, and September, I'm seeing here that that is the period, July, August, and September, when things become clearer for you. The truths emerge. You will know where you will be moving. There will be less secretive people working behind the scenes. You will know clearly that perhaps your name was given to a company that needed someone that you specialize in, someone with your specialization, and you will find that out. So this is the third quarter. July, August, and September. That's going to come out. And the interesting part is that it's a funny kind of thing that I'm reading here. It's health issues start to matter in that quarter. So it's July, August, and September. And you are true to the habits that you have had a long time ago. Remember how you used to act in relation to your health. You need to go back to them in that period in order for you to maintain your health and well-being and go back to the things that you used to do. Go back to those practices that worked so well for you. The third quarter also is one of the best periods for your stability and the sense of being protected, sense of feeling protected, feeling grounded, and mature. You're actually going to see the clock turn where you all of a sudden become wise. You feel, wow, finally I've learned something. The third quarter of 2018. The fourth quarter, which is October, November, and December, are perhaps the most beautiful part of the year. You start feeling where your sense of stability becomes a lucky omen for you. It becomes a lucky element, your stability. It could be financial stability, could be emotional stability, but it helps you so much that it gives you an extra added gear. You know, you have one up in relation to other people. Again, travel down those roads you used to years ago. They will bring you where you want to go. For many, there is an engagement. There is a pairing up. There's a partnership taken to an interesting level. Also in this period, the feeling that perhaps one area, the work area especially, the work area, you feel that there's something I'm missing. There's something, someone's not telling me something. This is the fourth quarter. I don't know, you know, I should be more aware of. Don't stress out about that. There is your interaction with institutions, universities, hospitals, any kind of offices, municipalities. Your interaction with institutions may give you some cause for concern. The documentation won't come in time. You have to, so take time, you know, if you have to get a visa to travel, do it in long time in advance. But again, your maturity towards year's end, especially third quarter and year's end, is when you're going to feel, I've learned something. Aquarius, you're going to start saying to yourself, I finally learned something. And of course, there is that pairing up. There's this important contract coming in towards year's end. There is this important relationship being an engagement, perhaps. You know, it's very, very interesting, these cards. Now I'm going to take different aspects for you, Aquarius. For example, the aspect of endings and beginnings. What is that going to be for you? Endings occur and beginnings occur, and they all take place through the medium of communication, more so written communication. You get a letter that you have been accepted to a university, that's a new beginning. Or, these are examples. You need to leave a person in your life, and you decide that the written form of communication is best served. It does best serve you, and that is exactly the case. Also, surprises that come to you. You'll be receiving surprises during the year 2018. And those specific occasions, those specific surprises will be like signposts for you. You should use those to guide you to the next level, to the next step, to give you signs as to what your next decision should be. Very interesting, that. Also, definite endings that occur. Definite endings are going to pierce you to the bone and burn, but immediately after you close that door, I guarantee there is warmth that will fill your heart, Aquarius. Remember, go down, end of 2018, come back and listen to this and see and compare. The area of overall communication in general, you just can't fail. You can't do anything wrong. The way you communicate, the manner, the amount, every time you put pen to paper as a metaphor, so to speak, it is something lucky for you. It enacts a series of events that makes you more successful. Now, Your work and livelihood, I mentioned this idea. There is one, I mentioned two men in your work and your livelihood, but in particular, in the area of your work and livelihood, always look out for a male in terms of aggression, in terms of an adversary, somebody who is going to be an antagonist to you, in terms of a person who can help you. Okay, there's these two signs, the positive, negative. There will be a male involved or males involved. Your sense of security is always going to be undermined in the year 2018 by the understanding that someone has lied to you, has given you false hopes, or has disillusioned you. The actual mistruth will undermine your sense of security. But how odd this is, what you will be guided by is the notion of security, because your decisions will be made on the basis of what makes you feel more secure. And what I'm getting here is that home, where you decide to live, going back to your old home, going back to relatives' home, the sense of home is what will give you most stability. So the cards are telling you, you should spend a lot of time home, in an older home where you used to grow up with parents, or if they're still alive, you know. Then I have here the area, the aspect of public life. This is an area where it's you're very private in this. It's not going to be for you in 2018 an aspect of great importance, because most of your wheelings and dealings are going to be personal. You're keeping your cards close to your vest, and they are private. Obstacles. You have the ability in 2018 to eradicate all difficulties. At the roots, you're going to uproot any difficulty. I see you with a sword slashing away at anything that comes in your way. Immediately, you remove them at the onset. And extremely interesting, you're very prepared to enact. You're very prepared to stand to those challenges. Like a warrior, I'm seeing you. And the decisions. Your decisions are going to be made. Again, I'm getting the same messages, 2 or 3, and there must be a meaning for that. Decisions are going to be made on the basis of where you feel your roots are. Okay, and this is complementary to the idea of the home. Problems, issues that arise. What is that all about? Well, issues that concern the trust you have for others. That is where the problems. That's the major problems in 2018 are a concern when people defy your trust, when people just stomp all over, when you find you can't trust someone. That is the greatest difficulty that you will be facing in 2018. And in terms of something hidden, that will drive you absolutely nuts. All throughout the year, you're going to have the sensation that there's something that's eating at you because you're unable to understand. It's hidden from your view. You're not intuitive enough to understand. There's something that you know is going to be a source of anxiety for you, Aquarius. Also, matters of written communication that I mentioned before have to be, the cards are telling me that directed to institutions will be the best mode of communication. Don't go to the office and talk to somebody. Put it on in writing. This has to do, again, with hospitals, universities, municipalities, anything where documentation is needed, legal situations. Get it in writing. Now, the male influence, your male side, what the animus of your life is, of your soul really, is the maturity that you feel, and the growth in terms of maturity that you have owned up to is the rational side. of your nature, of your very soul. And the female influence, the emotional side, is all about this new engagement, this relationship, this new coming together with someone you love. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarius. It's a beautiful spread. Have a wonderful holiday and Christmas holiday season if you celebrate that. And namaste until we read together again. Bye-bye.